Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a great day. Well, today I'm doing a Happy Day series. Happy Day series is all about using items that we have in our stash, items that we have on hand. And so today we're going to be using this stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, and it's called Choose Joy. This actually came from a card kit for March last year. So I thought we'd break it out and create a real fun, bright spring card. I'm going to use this floral image here. I stamped it 6 times, and basically it looks just like a circle. Really pretty, and I thought it kind of geometric, but I thought it'd be real fun to color in. I'm also taking the 2 single leaves in the stamp set and stamping them 8 times. I'm using Memento ink on some Nina Classic Crest Solar White 80-pound cardstock. Now we're going to do our coloring. Coloring today is so basic. Basically those swirly lines, all I'm doing is taking 2 colors, a darker and a light. Well, here I'm coloring in the leaves, just with 2 colors also. Starting off with my G40 and then doing a little bit of shading with my G43. But those swirly lines on my flowers, I'm basically just taking my darkest shade, going around those swirlies, and then taking a lighter Copic marker in the same shade and just blending it all together. And I tried to show you the colors, just didn't work out that great. And I had the wrong cap on one of my yellows. I had a Y18 instead of a Y13. I'm just doing 3 different colors. I thought a color combination of blues, oranges, and yellows would be bright and cheery. And so we're gonna do those colors today. You can see I'm just basically swirling around and then adding my lightest color to blend it all together. But once they're all colored in, I'm going to take my scissors and I'll fussy cut each one of these out. I think Simon sells the dies that are coordinate, but fussy cutting these shapes are very, very easy. And I don't have the dies. So there's my flowers. We'll set those aside and we're going to work on our background. We're going to start off by die cutting out a panel with white cardstock. I'm using my double stitched rectangle dies, and this is going to cut out a panel that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. Once this is cut out, in the stamp set there's a little square gingham stamp. Now this little stamp is super neat, and I forgot how much fun it was from last year, but what it does is it creates a gingham pattern, and you could fill an entire page with this little stamp here, but I'm just going to do 1 row. So I placed it in my MISTI. I kind of overlapped on the edge, and then I'm going to bring in some MFT ink, and this is called, let's see, Blue Yonder. It's basically like a pale jean color, very pretty, and it matched my blue flower. But I stamped it once, and then I'm going to pull down my paper, and I'm adjusting it as I go, so that my images are not overlapping but continuing. So I'm just going to stamp it a few times to get a crisp image, and then I'll slide my paper down and then stamp one more time, trying to line it up. I didn't want my head to get in the camera, so I kept going little bits and pieces at a time, but we got it done, and I think it turned out really pretty. And then we'll do this last section here. Now, the nice thing about today's card is you don't have to have the stamp set. If you have gingham pattern paper, you could do a strip instead of the stamping. I think that would look pretty. And then the flowers, I think everybody has a flower stamp in their set. And then single leaves. So you don't have to stamp that. You could just use what you have on hand. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. For this card, I chose a sentiment that says, "Bloom where you're planted." And I'm inking it up with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And I got heavy-handed on that right side, so my planted was a little bit muddled, but it wasn't so bad, so I just went with it. Okay, for 3 of my flowers, I'm going to add dimensional adhesive behind, and then we're going to add some dimensional adhesive behind all but 3 of my leaves. We're going to add a little flower cluster. We'll just remove the release paper and kind of arrange them, starting off with the yellow, and then we'll add our little orange, kind of tucking it maybe overlapping. And then we'll add our blue. I thought the blue would look nice on top because we have the blue gingham background. Now we're going to add our little leaves, just doing a little tucking. Okay, and then for my other flowers, I'm going to use my tape runner, add a little tape behind my flower, and then stick down a leaf behind it. And then we're going to go ahead and adhere that directly to our panel. And I am offsetting it so it's hanging over the edge. And then we'll do the same thing to our yellow flower here. Put that in the bottom. And then we'll do our last orange one. Put that on the top here. And we have one leaf left. I'm going to add a piece of foam tape behind there, and we're just going to add that so it doesn't go to waste there. Okay, I just thought I was missing something. So I'm going to bring in some iridescent glitter cardstock. This is from Fawn, and it's called Pixie Dust. I thought we would fishtail a banner and add that, kind of folding it over the left side of my panel. And then I thought it would be fun to secure it with a little mini paper clip. I've had these in my stash forever, and I thought we'd put it on a card today. These are little yellow paper clips. Super cute. And then I thought we would tie a piece of orange and white baker's twine at the end of our little paper clip. So the paper clip's yellow, our baker's twine is orange, and then we have that blue background. I thought that's a great way to spread out that color. I'm just tying a knot at the end of my paper clip, and then I'll just secure it over the edge of my panel, and then I'll go ahead and tie my bow. And then using my scissors, we'll just trim off the tails of our bow. Lovely. I'm going to use my tape runner and secure my banner a little bit more, but I did want the end to be able to flip up a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and reattach those leaves that I moved out of the way. We'll kind of overhang them on that glitter cardstock. Okay, we'll flip this panel over, trim off the excess that's hanging over, and then I have some fun foam here. I just added double-sided adhesive behind it. We're going to put that on the back of our panel, and then we're going to adhere this to our side folding A2 size card base. Once that's adhered, we need a little more sparkle, so I'm using some Nuvo glitter drops. These are White Blizzard. They're kind of the same iridescent as my little banner. So I added those swirls all over my flowers, and then we're going to do one final touch with some Nuvo. These are jewel drops, so they're going to dry translucent, but these are called Orange Marmalade. But that's my card for today, guys. I encourage you to use what you have in your stash. I wish you a fantastic rest of the weekend, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.